The official motto of the Summer Academy for Math and Science is making good students excellent. Close to 1,000 students have progressed through the program, coming in as students who were state college bound, but leaving as Ivy League bound. Program participants have gone on to attend schools like Princeton, Stanford, MIT, Georgia Tech, UPenn, Duke, and of course, Carnegie Mellon.
SAMS, I could say, truly did have a large impact on the person that I am now. I know going into it as a junior in high school that there was a lot of things that I was uncertain about. I was trying to find myself, define who I wanted to be as a grown-up and as a young adult, and spending time away from what I was used to, my normal comfort zones at home with my family, and getting a true college experience was something that really defined who I was going to be. It helped me to understand how to interact with my peers, how to interact with a RA staff and a CMARC staff and people above me as well, and just really learn that, wow, the world in general had a lot that I could learn from it, and that I didn't have all the answers myself. And I can truly say that leaving the program after 2 years, I was different than when I entered the program. I truly had a more directed vision, and I had a large support team that helped me to form that vision and understand that, wow, I can change the world around me because I have people who are going to help me.
So I was really introduced to SAMS at a young age. My sister had already been through it twice by the time I even thought about going. I was in middle school. And just from there, I could see everything that SAMS was doing for young students. So when I was of age, of course, I applied. I wanted to go and have the same experiences. And I think it really did 2 or 3 great things for me. The first thing was that it really gave me a sense of how life is going to be in the upcoming years. I had been to other programs before, but nothing before SAMS, nothing prior to SAMS really gave me that. This is how a college student's life is. This is what you can do. These are the freedoms you have. These are the advantages of being on a college campus, the disadvantages. It was a really great experience.
How did SAMS prepare you for the future? And I say the first thing was just being away from home. And like that was the longest time I had been away from my family, friends, and vice versa. The longest time my parents had pretty much let me go. So it was a good adjustment for them, for me. So I saw how it was to be homesick. They, of course, were calling me every other day, but that definitely helped in the adjustment going from high school to college. And I don't know, another thing was just, I say the freedom, and that I guess there's a lot of things in that. So the freedom of someone not over you telling you when to do your homework, but you actually having to use your willpower, get it done. The freedom just go out, have fun, do whatever you want, not have to ask. Of course, we had curfew and rules, but I mean, it was still fun.
Over the years, SAMS has housed program participants in multiple locations on campus. Students have resided in Boston McGill, Mudge House, and Hammerschlag House. Despite housing students in multiple locations, one thing remained common.
Community. I feel like it takes on a new definition at the SAMS program, because there's this weird thing that by the end of 1 week, you feel like you've known someone for like 4 months or something. It's really awkward how that happens, but I think what brings on such that intense bonds that are formed is the fact that like we all leave our individual lives wherever that may be. Like you leave that at home and you make one place home for 6 weeks, and I feel like there's just such power that comes from that, because it's people from all walks of life like being stuck together. And the thing that happened was I didn't feel like it was forced, but I actually enjoyed it. Like some of the best times I had was staying up late past curfew, and no, I didn't sneak out, but I did stay up, and we would stay in the lounge, and a lot of the times we spent was just talking with a lot of the guys, and we would sit there and just talk. And that's why I would have trouble waking up in the morning to go to class. But I feel like that helped me to grow as a person, and a lot of the bonds that I formed with people were so tight because you literally take on a new family for 6 weeks, and I feel like you don't get that many places. But just as a group of young people at SAMS, and also having such a great staff and people who support you, who become like your aunts and uncles or something, like while you're there and away from home. Like they do look out and take care of you. But I feel like just the structure, all the programs and the way that we go to classes, the way that we do work, everything that we do, it encouraged us to really look out for one another. And I feel like it really hit home for me to say that there's people who I met in the program who will be my friends for the rest of my life. So
I appreciate the SAMS program because of the sense of community that's developed in the 6 weeks. As a talented group of rising juniors and seniors come together, they get to learn about each other, learn about what it takes to prepare for college, and in the process develop relationships that a lot of them continue as they enter college. As a counselor, actually still keep in contact with a lot of my former students. Some of them are actually about to be seniors, and it's crazy to hear them talking about pursuing their career goals and the next steps in life. So I definitely appreciate having the opportunity to develop relationships with the people that I did through the SAMS community.
According to cognitive psychology, emotions help one's memory. As SAMS hosts between 60 to 100 adolescents a summer, there is no doubt that emotions are actively present, thus leaving memories that last for a lifetime.
The most memorable moment of the SAMS program for me has to be
Symposium.
The closing symposium. Number one, because of the fact that it was incredible to see all of the hard work that the students had put in kind of get tied together and see the results of their labor. Number two, because of the fact that I cried like a baby. I was extremely sad to see that my students were about to be leaving me, and because of the relationships we had developed, I really didn't want to see them leave. And number three, because of the fact that it was a celebration. Even though they were leaving, we knew that we were going to all keep in touch. Some of them were going to try to go to the same schools, and the relationships would continue to last thanks to the SAMS program and its strong community.